Hello everyone. So today I've actually been playing around with strainer pours, and so today I'm going to have a go. I'm still sort of playing with the consistencies and that sort of thing, but yeah, I thought today we could have a bit of fun and see how a strainer pour works out. So what I've done is I've covered my canvas in a layer of black paint, just making sure I've got all the corners and everything. I've already done that, and I'm putting it into my spinner now, and I've mixed my paints up. I've put them into a split cup today. I decided before, what I've been doing is I've been putting them, you know, like a layer on top of each other, but today I decided I would play with a split cup, and I've also put a little bit more paint in than normal. I'm using a 2:1 ratio today. Let's see, I don't really know how that's going to work. It looks pretty even, I think. Let's push that out there. So can you, just making sure you guys can see clearly, getting a really good view of what's going on here. Right, let's start pouring and see what happens. Let it all drain out slowly but surely. I've been watching Fiona Art on YouTube. I've been watching how she does her flowers. I definitely don't think I'm as talented as her at these, but I've been curious about a strainer pour for a while, so I thought, oh well, I'll give it a go, see how it works out, see if anything else wants to come out of here. There's a little bit more coming through, just a tiny bit. I'm not sure about these colors either, but you know, the only way you learn is if you keep experimenting and trying. Still quite a lot of paint to pull through there. So I'm just going to let it slowly drop through the strainer. I'm going to try and pull that up now and see what happens. I think you have to be really quick. Oh damn, look at that. So that was unexpected. So that's an interesting one. So what happens, because I've got quite a lot of paint still in my strainer and I left it, it's pulled across. So I think the only way I can fix that is to try and almost make like it looked like it was meant to happen. Maybe do a drag out this way as well. Drag out this way. Looking a little bit better. Not as much of a stuff up. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to spin it. So I'm going to have a go at spinning this now. Yeah, it's interesting how these sort of just turn out to be a bit of a... I might move that paint a little bit over there. And it's fascinating because like I've leveled everything, but it's still going off to the one side more than the other. Fascinating. So I think what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get a napkin. There's a lot of paint on that painting. What I found, because it's winter at the moment, often when you've got so much paint on a painting, it can often crack it. So I'm basically getting a napkin and I'm just dampening my napkin. Just getting another napkin and I'm just giving it, dampening it slightly. And I'm going to put it on top and see what happens. All of these things are just an experiment. So there we are, and I'm just lightly getting that paint, that napkin to attach to the paint. And now I'm going to pull these up. Try and do it really quickly when it's already, I've got all the corners up. So that, I actually quite like that, but I want to move that back into the center there. And I'm actually going to torch this quickly. This particular one I use floetrol. And floetrol always gives really nice cells. It's got quite a lot of paint in the center there. I wonder if I just move some of it down and then move it back up again. Stretch off that bit of that painting. Try and move it back into the center. You see what I can do, what I'm doing. So it's interesting. Definitely not as pretty as some of the other flower pours I've seen out there. What I want to do though is I don't know if I've got much of my black left. I'm going to try and put a little black dot in the center there of my paddle stick. Just sort of create a center point. Quite like that. Maybe swirl it up a little bit. Interesting. So that's a strainer pour, and I basically did a 2-to-1 ratio, and I went with a 2-to-1 because I wanted the paints to be slightly thicker, and I used a lot more paint this time, but I think perhaps I wouldn't use as much paint next time. I guess like all these things, you just got to keep practicing. So I just thought I'd bring you in for a close-up to see what it looks like now that I've taken it off the turntable. Like I say, it's definitely not at all like some of the the flower pours that are out, but it's still actually really quite pretty. Used gold, so I used a cool red, a white, and a metallic gold, and I think the gold will shine, give this a shimmer, and otherwise it's quite pretty.